Shalom, 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 shalom. All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, praise, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone who rule well, teacher, where I learned this truth from. Peace, mercy, and blessings to the hopeful elect that believe on this truth and sincerity. It's your brother Yapa Khan coming through the spirit of power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. From the GMS Cleveland branch, your Lord willing this be an edifying lesson. I'm trying not to go too long. As you see, I titled this "Out of the Horse's Mouth," because we getting so far along in prophecy, what is written inside the Holy Scriptures. We getting so far along that it's to the point where these devils starting to come out and let it be known what their agenda is. Okay, as you know, this past week, which we at the end of it now, these devils have been holding a secret council known as the World Economic Forum, you know, which is, and within that secret council, they was having secret councils. It was meetings within back rooms, and let me go to this quick precept. This the book of Proverbs, chapter 12 and verse 5 says the thoughts of the righteous are right, and the righteous is speaking of the elect of the nation of Israel, the remnant. Okay, the thoughts of the righteous are right. You know, the only ones who consider the fact that the earth is being destroyed underneath the rulership of the Edomites, and the only ones who consider the fact that the earth must be ruled according to the law, statutes, and commandments. Okay, those are the righteous. Okay, so it says the thoughts of the righteous are right, but the counsels of the wicked are deceit. The counsels of the wicked are deceit. Let's look at this word counsels. Okay, it says tha ha balawath. Tha balawath. Okay, direction, counsel, guidance, good advice, which we know that advice is not no good advice, it's bad advice, the advice of death. Okay, the direction, guidance. Okay, and they these elites, they want to direct the earth and direct the humans to the point where they own nothing and be happy, to the point where just everything, all the resources, so like, not the resources, but the state of the earth is destroyed. Okay, but nonetheless, going back to Proverbs chapter 12 and verse 5, it says, the thoughts of the righteous are right, but the counsels of the wicked are deceit. Okay, and that's what we have that has been going on this past week. Let's select it real quick. And as you see here, I got pulled up a quick little video. This is the Elder Yashuamba's, I guess, one of his backup pages where he posts little snippets. It's as you see, it says the title is Too Through Information, and I put the link in the description box. But I'm gonna play this real quick. You got Con Schwab on the left and some other devil up on the right. But nonetheless, I'm gonna play this, get a couple precepts. You see, he said, now this brings back to the title, out of the horse's mouth. Now, what does that mean? Out of the horse's mouth. Okay, it says directly from the source. What is directly from the source? The message, the agenda is being said directly from the source. The source is the wicked elite. Okay, Cotton Schwab and those who he is puppeteering for, the central bankers, the Rothschilds, and so on and so forth. This is coming directly from the source. Okay, it says directly from the source firsthand. Okay, it has an example. If you don't believe me, go talk to him and hear it straight from the horse's mouth. It's true. So if you don't believe that the apostles and elders of GMS down to like-minded brothers, when they say that the charagma is a physical mark that's gonna be under the skin, okay, whether it be in your hand or in your forehead, ask cotton swab, okay. So like, yeah, I'm play it again. You see, he said because you are. What does that sound like? Let's go to Revelation chapter 13 and verse 16. Okay. Since you know it has been this is one of the recent controversies on what the mark is. Well, it's out of the horse's mouth. It's coming straight from the source. They tell you what it is. Now they not saying that it is the MOTB, but if you have the spirit to discern, that you will understand and know. You know, if the Lord open up your mind to understand, but nonetheless, this Revelation 13 to 16, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in the right hand or in their foreheads. That he is speaking about the powers that be, the wicked elite, specifically Esau Edom, the elites of Esau Edom. Okay, the so-called white man, beginning with the elites once again. The elites is behind all of this. Okay, they the ones who was attending this council, this secret council. Okay, they're the ones that's gonna further this agenda. They're the ones that's trying to legalize hate speech, which we don't speak hate, we speak the truth. But the truth is in the form of hate to this world, you know, because Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah hates wickedness. He is not a pleasure. I mean, he is not a power that has pleasure in wickedness, as it says. And let me go to that real quick. Book of Psalms, chapter 5. Psalm chapter 5 and verse 4. For thou art not a power that hath pleasure in wickedness, neither shall evil dwell with thee. Okay, and it tells you in the book of Sirach, the Lord hateth all abominations. Okay, and they that fear him loveth them not. So we not on one accord, we not in agreement with the things that's taking place on the earth and the things that's gonna continue to take place. And that's what they deem in hate speech, you know. But nonetheless, it's the wicked elite behind these things. So jumping back to Revelation 13 and 16, and he calls it all, okay, the wicked elite, Esau, Edom, calls it all, meaning they're going to make everybody, it's going to come to a point where it's going to be mandated that both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, will have to receive the mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Now let's look at this word. Go to the Greek. Okay. Charagma. Okay, charagma. Okay. A stamp, an imprinted mark, okay? Imprinted. Gonna be imprinted underneath the skin. Look at the word. Imprinted. Impress. Okay. Hold on. It says to stamp, punch, print, engrave, etch. Okay. It's gonna be etched into the skin. And when you go to the root word of that, it goes back to charax. Correct. Okay. You see, it says to sharpen to a point through the idea of scratching. Go scratch the flesh to the point where it is punctured, and that grain of rice will be inserted underneath the skin. Okay. It says a pail or stake, which this is going into what they are going to use. Okay. A stake, not the steak you eat, but this here this wooden thing. Okay, which also I got a brother had posted this. This is the steak right here. Okay, this is the steak, and this is the actual charagma. Okay, this is the R to the F to the ID. Okay, so and then when you go into the root word of that, it goes back to grapho. Okay, go back to grapho, to write with reference to the form of the letters. Okay, to write with reference to the contents of the writing, because what's gonna be inside, it's not gonna just gonna be the grain of rice and that's it. No, they're gonna have your legal, so-called legal documents, that paper yoke, your birth certificate, social security card, the license, and so on and so forth. Okay, showing you that this thing is gonna be physical. Okay, it is not sin. Okay, and whatever else these false congregations may be saying, this is the physical thing. It was out of the horse's mouth. It came from the source. He said that everybody, which I'm gonna let him say it one more time. He said in 10 years, which we know these devils, they know they got a short time. They gonna come down with great wrath, meaning they gonna have to speed up the process, and that's what they doing. They speeding up the process. That's why they starting to fumble with their words. They starting to expose themselves and so on and so forth. So when they say 10 years, that's just the throw off, so to speak. But nonetheless, you see, he said, "You all." Jump back to Revelation 13, verse 16. Okay, and he calls it all. Salakia. Let's look up that word all. It says pas. Okay, individually, each, every, any, all, the whole, everyone, all things, everything. Okay, every single human being will be required to have that, okay, physical mark charagma in order to participate in society, in order to enter into the marketplaces we're gonna go into. And he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a charagma, because you know the Greek for that word is charagma, in their right hand or in their foreheads. Now here in this video, he's speaking of getting it in the brain. Okay, which your brain, the access your brain, you go through the forehead, you know. But it says, verse 17, that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the charagma, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Okay, and that's what it's gonna come to. You're not gonna be able to you're not gonna have access to society. Okay, you're not gonna have access to be able to make transactions in order to purchase food and so on and so forth. Because when you go into that word buy, okay, so like agarazzo, okay, which to be in the marketplace, to attend it. Over there in California, you got whole food markets that's starting to bring forth it, the infrastructure, okay, the setup to where you just got to scan your palm, which we know this is all leading to the charagma. Okay, different many countries in the world, as well as America, have run tests on the CBDC, which is that digital currency. Okay, which all roads lead to the charagma. Everything they doing is leading to the charagma. It's gonna come to a point where you won't be able to be in the marketplace or to attend it unless you have the charagma. Okay, to do business there. What business is done? Buying and selling. Okay, so if you don't have the charagma, you're not gonna be able to do these things. And these devils, they letting it be known. Okay, if you got the spirit to discern. So let's go from there to Psalms chapter 52, verse 1. Why boastest thou thyself in mischief, O mighty man? Because these devils are mighty. They have the power to throw you in jail for speaking out against the system. They have the power to not let you out of jail. They have the power to shut down your bank accounts. Look at what they did to Kanye West, you know, which we believe he was set up, but still they mighty and they boasting themselves. But it says, why boastest thou thyself in mischief, O mighty man? The goodness of the Most High endureth continually. Okay, and that goodness is going to be manifested through him delivering his elect when he sends his only begotten son to deliver the elect of the nation of Israel and raise them up and start to rule over the earth according to the law, statutes, and commandments. That goodness will result in everything. Okay, the animals, the fishes, the birds, everything will be rejoicing. Okay, it tells you in Romans the 8th chapter, the creature waited for the manifestation of the sons of the Most High. So the goodness of the Heavenly Father endureth continually. But yet these devils boast as if they don't need a Heavenly Father, as if they better than the Heavenly Father, which that's scriptural as well. Salakia. But nonetheless, Psalms 52:2, thy tongue deviseth mischiefs, like a sharp razor working deceitfully. Once again, that's what was happening. The tongue was devising mischiefs, saying that he said himself, everybody, he said that they all will have that charagma. That's devising mischiefs. How? How's they gonna bring that to pass? Well, they go push it to the forefront as they have been doing, and those who don't want to bow down, they gonna come down, with those draconian laws, that great wrath. They're gonna be like, madman spare none. Those who don't want to consent, they're gonna be put to death. This is how all of this is gonna play out, which is according to biblical prophecy. Psalms 52:3, thou lovest evil more than good. Because that's how the Lord created these devils, to love evil more than good. Okay. And lying rather than to speak righteousness. Okay. Thou lovest all devouring words, O thou deceitful tongue. Okay. They tongue is a big part of, it's a major role in their deceit. And once the deceit doesn't work anymore, that's when they resort to the sword. Let's go to Sirach chapter 14. So like in that verse, chapter 14, verse 12. Chapter 12. Sirach chapter 12 and verse 10. Never trust thine enemy, for like his iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Supposed to never trust these devils. Look at what happened over the past couple years with the scamdemic. And you had certain congregations telling their congregations to take the juice. But look at what's happening to those who took the juice now. You got pilots dying in the midst of them flying other civilians. Many other, okay? Which shows why you shouldn't trust this devil. For like his iron rusted, so is his wickedness. These devils get worse and worse every day that goes by. Verse 11, though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him, because that's what they have done, humbled themselves. Okay. And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped the looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust hath not been altogether wiped away. Okay, this is still the same devil that beguiled Eve in the garden when he was known as the serpent. Okay. The same devil that had us in slavery, beating our language out of us. This is the same devil. Then nothing changed but their name, which was a social construct when they started to call themselves white and so on and so forth. Let's go from there to Luke chapter 6, verse 45. Good man out of the good treasure of his heart bringeth forth that which is good. And an evil man out of the evil treasure of his heart, which the heart goes back to the Hebrew word lab, speaking about your mind. Okay, what's on your spirit? That's what you're going to speak. That's what it's saying. And an evil man out of the evil treasure of his heart bringeth forth that which is evil. For of the abundance of the heart his mouth speaketh. And if I'm not mistaken, so like this is the same devil that said you will own nothing and be happy. This is the same devil. This is the same devil that said China is a role model for many nations. And that was spoken from the abundance of his heart. Okay. Let's go back to there. Look at that word abundance. Like, yeah. Out of Salakia. Okay. Parissima. Okay. It says abundance, and which one delights? Okay. The things you delight on, that's the things you're going to be meditating on. Of that which fills the heart. Okay. Which Psalms 140:1. Deliver me, O Yahweh, from the evil man. The evil man speaking of the wicked elite. Okay, the Edomites. Preserve me from the violent man. In other words, preserve is to guard, to watch, to keep. We want the Lord to guard us from the violent man. And the majority of our people don't believe this is this man is violent. They look at him as if he is righteous, which they have been deceived. Verse 2, which imagine mischiefs in their heart. And the same mischiefs they have imagined in their heart, okay, which is likened to abundance, that's what they speak. And that's what they were speaking here at this council, where you see the WEF, which this is a 666 right here. But nonetheless, that's what they were speaking. The things that they was desiring, as it says, abundance, and which one delights, the things that they was delighting in, to make sure everybody owns nothing and be happy, to want to know what people think and to control what people think. That's what they delight in. Such wicked acts, you know. It's like it. Psalms 140:2, which imagine mischiefs in their heart, which is the Hebrew word there is lob, if I'm not mistaken. Just check. Yep, lob, which goes back to your mind. The inner man, mind, will, heart, understanding. Okay. Which imagine Psalms 140:2, which imagine mischiefs in their heart continually are they gathered together for war. And this is what they doing. They waging war on humanity. Okay. Telling you gonna need to be merged with technology and machine. That's what transhumanism is. That's what the fourth industrial revolution leads to. Man being merged with machine, which is an abomination. That's off, you know. And this Charagma, that's off as well. Let's go to Leviticus chapter 19. Verse 28. This is back in the Israelites' law. Leviticus chapter 19, verse 28. Ye shall not make any cuttings in your flesh for the dead, nor print any marks upon you. I am Yahweh. Okay. Let's go into that word. Salakia. Mark. Okay. It says kwai. Okay. Incision. What is an incision? A surgical cut made in skin or flesh, according to the law of Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua, the Heavenly Father, the knowledge and wisdom of the Heavenly Father. You're not supposed to be cutting your skin, okay? A mark or decoration cut into a surface, okay? And that's what this thing is going to do. It's going to puncture the skin. It's going to cut the skin. It's going to be an incision in order to insert this right here, this grain of rice, which is the charagma itself, which will have your legal documents and so on and so forth, your slave receipt, so to speak. And this is what these devils want to put inside of all of humanity, okay? He said they all will have it. Okay, we'll read this again. Psalm 140:2, which imagine mischiefs in the heart continually are they gathered together for war. Okay, it says they have sharpened their tongues like a serpent. Adder's poison is under the lips. Allah. Okay, and everything they speak, even the things they do, is poison. Okay, if you give in long enough, next thing you know, you gonna be put to death somewhere along the lines, because they promote death styles, not lifestyles. Okay, telling people they can eat shrimp, crab, and lobster, that they can eat all these artificial foods that they create in the stores. I mean, in their labs, and they're put in the stores. You know, and on top of that, they make commercials about it. You know, glorifying as if it's healthy and so on and so forth. Or whether it be the medicines they put on their commercials, then they had the voice speaking fast, all the side effects. This is the poison. Verse Psalm 144. Keep me, O Yahweh, from the hands of the wicked. Preserve me from the violent man who have purpose to overthrow my goings. Okay. It says, who have purpose. Hold on, Salakia. I'm gonna read this in a different translation. NIV, it says, keep me safe, Yahweh, from the hands of the wicked. Protect me from the violent who devise ways to trip up my feet. Okay, and I remember seeing something where it was one of these Edomites, you know, they own Khan exposing them, which he probably could have been a Jake, but nonetheless, he was speaking on how with all these smartphones and these laptops and TVs, you know, you got all these people that be on these social media apps and they like to use these different filters. It's all deceiving them and to letting Esau scan their faces, so on and so forth. That simultaneously, you got Esau setting up these different cameras on the inner cities, where Jake be at. Okay, because he is devising how to trip our feet. Okay, he's trying to trap us. It's just gonna say Psalm 140:5, the proud have hid a snare for me, which is a trap, and cords. They have spread a net by the wayside, they have set gems for me, Salah. That's what they doing, they trapping Jake. But the Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua is going to deliver the elect of the nation of Israel out of the trap, because we don't have no power to deliver ourselves from the trap. We got to wait on Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, And I'm going to jump down, and, I'm going to close up with this. Psalms 140:11, let not an evil speaker be established in the earth. Evil shall hunt the violent man to overthrow him. Okay, I know that Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua will maintain the cause of the afflicted and the right of the poor. Okay, and as a nation we are afflicted, but in particular the elect, those who speak against the wicked of this world, that speak against our own people, because our own people afflict us. They call us, they demonize us, call us grapists, call us bums, call us seekers. Okay, make it seem like we bugged out. But it says, I know that the Lord will maintain the cause of the afflicted and the right of the poor. And I'm gonna read this. I know that Yahweh secures justice for the poor and upholds the cause of the needy. Okay. Which NOT, same thing for real. But I know Yahweh will help those they persecute. Okay. Once again, the elect of the nation of Israel is being persecuted by our own people. Lord willing, we of the elect, we're being persecuted by our own people, even more so the rulers, the powers that be, the wicked elite, the Esau Edom. Okay, but it says, I know the Lord will help those they persecute. He will give justice to the poor. Okay, and persecution is about to come down in a big way like never before. Because here it is, these devils, this is what they purpose to do. This is the devices that the Lord is going to disappoint and cast down. But the thing is, they're going to try to accomplish this. And simultaneously, as we speak against these things, we are a threat. So they go try to cut off that threat. But Lord willing, this was edifying, Closing, I'm going to give all honor, praise, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Chakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, the elders, the great millstone who rule, will teach you, or I learned this truth from peace, mercy, and blessings to the hopeful elect that believe on this truth and sincerity. Till next time I say, Kwam Yasha Allah, I'm a Wathlap of Wall. Shalom.